The security footage would later show the exact moment everything changed. Amara Williams stood frozen in the center of Eclat Boutique's marble floor, her worn sneakers stark against pristine white tiles. Her hand clutched a small envelope, 2 months of tips carefully saved. Around her, crystal chandeliers cast judgment in too bright light. "I'm sorry, but perhaps you'd be more comfortable at somewhere else?" Penelope Whitmore's voice dripped with false sweetness, her manicured hand gesturing toward the door. Laughter rippled through the boutique. Other customers whispered behind designer handbags. Amara's jaw tightened. She'd faced worse, but then she felt it, a shift in the air. The private elevator opened with a soft chime. Han Kyung-min stepped out, and the world tilted. His eyes, dark, dangerous, lethal, locked onto hers. In his hand, a tablet showing security feed. He'd seen everything. "Oh God," Penelope whispered, all color draining from her face. Amara didn't understand. Not yet. But she would. 3 hours. Earlier. The morning shift at Helen's diner had been brutal. Amara's feet ached as she wiped down table 7 for the 3rd time. 5 years of the same routine. The smell of coffee and bacon grease clung to her faded blue uniform. "Amara, sweetheart, table 12 asking for you," Mrs. Helen Grant called from behind the counter. "Mr." Charles Reynolds sat with his newspaper, his kind eyes twinkling. "Morning, my dear. How's that brilliant boy of yours?" "Samuel's good. Got his birthday coming up Saturday." Amara's voice softened. "He'll be 8. 8 already. You're doing a fine job with him, Amara." The compliment warmed her more than it should. Single mothers didn't get many of those. Samuel had been so good this year, straight A's despite their cramped Bronx apartment, despite the nights she worked late. He deserved something special. The robot toy. The one all the kids at school had, $200, an impossible sum. Except she'd been saving. 2 months of every spare dollar. She had it. Barely. The robot was sold exclusively at Eclat Boutique, one of those luxury stores she'd walked past 100 times, never daring to enter. Until today. "Girl, you look dead on your feet." Tiffany Monroe appeared during a lull, concern on her face. "I'm fine, Tiff. When's the last time you slept more than 5 hours? Sleep is overrated." Amara glanced around. "I'm going to Eclat after my shift." Tiffany's eyes widened. "The fancy place on 5th Avenue. Girl, you know how those places are. My money's as green as anyone else's. I have the right to shop there. If they give you any trouble, they won't." Amara said it with more confidence than she felt. "I'm just buying a toy and leaving." What could go wrong? Eclat Boutique occupied a corner of 5th Avenue like a jewel, all glass and gold, absolutely intimidating. Amara stood across the street, heart hammering. She'd changed into her best outfit, a simple black Target dress from 3 years ago, paired with a cardigan that hid the fraying hem. Hair pulled back neatly, minimal makeup, carefully applied. She looked respectable, normal. So why did she feel like an imposter? "You can do this," she whispered. "For Samuel." The doorman opened the heavy glass door, expression carefully neutral. "Thank you," Amara murmured. The boutique was overwhelming. Chandeliers dripped crystal light. The air smelled expensive. Leather, perfume, money. Other customers browsed. All women, all white, all wearing casual elegance that came from never worrying about price tags. Amara squared her shoulders and walked toward the back where a sign indicated Premium Children's Collection. "Excuse me." A blonde woman approached, navy suit impeccable. Her name tag read Penelope Whitmore, Senior Manager. "Yes? Can I help you find something?" Penelope's smile didn't reach her eyes. Her gaze traveled from Amara's face to her shoes and back, cataloguing, judging, dismissing. "I'm looking for the children's section, the premium toy collection." "I see." Penelope's smile tightened. "Those items are quite exclusive. Perhaps I could show you our regular section. We have some lovely items that are more accessible. Accessible, budget-friendly, cheap, for people like you." "I'm interested in the premium collection," Amara repeated coolly. "It's just that those pieces start at several $100s. Penelope's voice dropped conspiratorially. "I wouldn't want you to be surprised by the prices." Translation: "I don't think you can afford it. I'd still like to see them." Annoyance flickered across Penelope's face. Vivian. Another woman appeared. Tall, sharp features and sharper eyes. Vivian Blackwell, supervisor. This customer would like to see the premium children's collection. Penelope's voice carried, drawing attention. Why don't you show her? The emphasis on this customer was unmistakable. Amara felt eyes turning. The weight of scrutiny, judgment. She'd faced worse. She could handle this. The premium section displayed toys like art pieces behind glass. And there it was. The Titanium Defender. Samuel's dream robot. Sleek silver and blue, absolutely worth every penny she'd saved. That one, Amara said. I'd like to purchase it. Vivian's eyebrows rose. This piece, it's $350. I'm aware. Plus tax, that brings it to $381.38. Amara had 380 filers in her purse. Enough, just barely. That's fine, I'll take it. Vivian and Penelope exchanged a look. Disbelief. Mockery. Ma'am? Penelope stepped closer, voice false sweet. Are you certain? Perhaps you'd like to think about it. We have more affordable toys. I don't want the general section. I want that robot. It's just that we have a strict no-return policy. We wouldn't want you to experience buyer's remorse. They thought she'd changed her mind, or try to return it when she couldn't afford it. I understand your policy. I'd like to purchase it now, please. The women exchanged another glance. Of course. Vivian, why don't you ring her up? At the counter, Vivian took position with all the enthusiasm of handling something unpleasant. Cash or card? Cash. Of course. Another mark against her. Amara pulled out the envelope and counted bills. Tens and twenties, carefully organized. 300, 350, 370, 380, 381. She was $4 short. Her heart stopped. She counted again, then again. $381. She'd miscalculated or spent more than she thought. Is there a problem? Penelope's voice was syrupy. Amara's mind raced. She had a few dollars at home. She could come back tomorrow. No, the sale ended today. I have more at home. I can come back in an hour. Oh, sweetie. Penelope's expression was pure condescension. We close in 30 minutes, and we can't hold items without a deposit. Store policy. A lie. Amara had seen them hold items for other customers. I'm sorry, but perhaps you'd be more comfortable at somewhere else? Penelope gestured toward the door. Target has a lovely toy section. Very affordable. Someone laughed, then another, then another. The sound of mockery, of rich women entertained by someone else's humiliation. Amara stood there, her carefully saved money spread across the counter, her dignity in shreds. She'd been foolish to think she belonged here. I'm sorry for wasting your time, she managed. She reached for her money and felt it. A shift in the air, a presence that made laughter die mid-breath. The private elevator opened with a soft chime. Han Kyung-min stepped out, tall, dressed in black slacks and a white shirt with the top 4 buttons undone, revealing a muscular chest and a subtle tattoo on his neck. Hair perfectly styled, features sharp, dark eyes lethal. He looked like danger and elegance wrapped in human form, and he was looking directly at her. The boutique held its breath. Mr. Han, Penelope squeaked, color draining. We didn't know you were here. Clearly. His voice was deep, accented, absolutely cold. He crossed the boutique in measured strides. In his hand, a tablet showing security footage. He'd seen everything. He stopped 3 feet from Amara, eyes never leaving hers, then turned the tablet around. The entire scene playing out, Penelope's dismissiveness, Vivian's disdain, the laughter. Mr. Han, I can explain. Penelope started. Be silent. He didn't raise his voice, didn't need to. Penelope's mouth snapped shut. His gaze returned to Amara. She saw anger, yes, but something else, something that made her breath catch. You came here to purchase a gift. Not a question. Amara nodded. For your son. How did he know? You saved for 2 months. Every tip, every spare dollar. His eyes dropped to the money. $381. Her throat was tight. Yes. And you were treated like this. Each word precise, controlled, dangerous. It's fine, It is not fine. He turned to Penelope and Vivian. and both women visibly paled. "You work in my store. You represent my business. And this," he gestured to the footage, "is how you conduct yourselves." His store. "Mr. Han, we were just judging a customer by appearance, mocking her, humiliating her in front of others." His voice dropped dangerously. "Did you ask her name?" Silence. "Her name is Amara Williams. She works double shifts at Helen's Diner. She's raising a son alone. She saved for 2 months to buy him a birthday present, and you laughed at her." Amara's eyes widened. How did he know all this? Kyung-min pulled out his phone, tapped something, handed it to Vivian. "This is your termination notice. Both of you. Security will escort you out in 5 minutes." "Mr. Han, please." Penelope's voice cracked. "We made a mistake. You meant every word, every look, every laugh." He turned away dismissively. "You have 4 minutes." Then he looked at Amara, expression softening imperceptibly. "The titanium defender. For your son." "I'm short." "You have more than enough." He pulled out his wallet, extracting bills. He placed them on the counter next to her money. "The tax is covered. Consider it an apology for the treatment you received in my establishment. I can't accept—" "You can. You will." His eyes held hers. "Your son deserves his birthday present. You deserve to be treated with respect." A new employee appeared behind the register, nervous, terrified of her boss. "Ring up Miss Williams's purchase. Gift wrap it. Premium packaging." "Yes, Mr. Han." Amara stood frozen as her money was counted, as the robot was wrapped in expensive paper with elaborate ribbons, as her son's dream was handed to her in a glossy bag. "Thank you," she whispered. "You didn't have to—" "I did." His eyes held hers. "And Ms. Williams." "Yes? I'd like to offer you a job." The boutique spun. "What?" "My businesses require someone with your perspective, your strength, your ability to maintain grace under pressure." A slight smile touched his lips. "I need a cultural consultant, someone who can ensure my establishments treat every customer with the respect they deserve. The position pays well. Very well. This couldn't be real." I don't understand." "You don't have to understand. Not yet." He pulled out a business card. Heavy cardstock, embossed lettering. "Think about it. Call me when you decide." He placed the card on her package, fingers briefly brushing hers. Electricity shot up her arm. "Enjoy your son's birthday, Ms. Williams." He walked back to his elevator, leaving Amara holding a present she'd thought impossible, and a job offer that made even less sense. The doors closed. She looked at the card. Han Kyung-min, CEO. Han Enterprises private line. Her hands shook. What had just happened? And why did she feel her life would never be the same? Samuel's eyes widened when Amara walked through their apartment door, carrying the eclat bag. "Mama? What's that?" "Someone special getting an early birthday present." The paper didn't stand a chance. "The titanium defender!" His shriek could wake neighbors. "Mama, you got it!" He launched himself at her, and Amara felt tears prick her eyes. This was why she worked double shifts. While Samuel dove into his treasure, Tiffany pulled Amara into the kitchen. "Spill. Now." Amara told her everything. "Wait." Tiffany pulled out her phone, typed rapidly, then showed Amara the screen. Han Kyung-min, the Korean business magnate, reshaping New York's luxury market. Han Enterprises, real estate, import-export, estimated net worth in hundreds of millions. "He offered you a job?" Tiffany's voice was suspicious. "Cultural consultant. It means he wants something." He seemed genuine, or maybe he saw an opportunity. But when Amara's phone buzzed with a text from an unknown number, her heart raced. "Unknown. Ms. Williams. I hope you'll forgive the intrusion. I wanted to ensure you arrived home safely and that your son enjoyed his gift. HKM." He'd looked her up. That should feel invasive. Instead, it felt intentional. "Amara. Mr. Han, thank you. We made it home safely. My son loves the robot. I can't thank you enough. HKM. The kindness was in your grace. The job offer stands. My world could use more people like you. Have dinner with me. Let me explain properly. No obligation." "Say no," Tiffany hissed. But Amara was thinking about Samuel's face, their cramped apartment, the bills. "Amara, when?" HKM. Tonight. 7 p.m. I'll send a car. Amara. I have a son. HKM. Bring him. Private dining room. He can bring his robot. Amara. What's the dress code? HKM. Wear whatever makes you comfortable. You're already perfect. Amara's cheeks flushed. Oh, you're in trouble, Tiffany said. Big trouble. The black Mercedes arrived at 6:45 p.m. Samuel's eyes went huge. We're riding in that? The interior was all leather and luxury. The restaurant was even more impressive, where reservations were booked months in advance. A host led them through the main dining room to a private room in back, and there he was. Han Kyung-min stood as they entered, and Amara's breath caught. All black tonight, slacks and dress shirt with those same 4 buttons undone. Miss Williams, he moved forward. Thank you for coming. Mr. Han, this is my son, Samuel. Kyung-min's gaze dropped to the boy, expression softening. Samuel, he extended his hand. Pleasure to meet you. Samuel shook his hand carefully. Nice to meet you too, sir. Thank you for my robot. You're very welcome. Is it everything you hoped? It's amazing. Samuel's reserve cracked. Kyung-min smiled, a real smile that transformed his face. I'm glad. Why don't you show me while your mother and I talk? There's a table with refreshments specifically for you. He gestured to a smaller table loaded with snacks, juice boxes, and more toys. Is that the Cosmic Explorer set? Samuel breathed. It is. Early birthday present. Can I, Mama? Go ahead, baby. While Samuel explored, Kyung-min pulled out a chair for Amara. You didn't have to do all this. I wanted to. His eyes flicked to Samuel, then back. You're raising him alone. Not a question. His father isn't in the picture. Never has been. She waited for judgment. Instead, Kyung-min nodded. That takes strength. My father died when I was 8. My mother raised me alone. It wasn't easy. The admission surprised her. I'm sorry. It was long ago, but I remember watching her work herself to exhaustion. His eyes held hers. You remind me of her. That same strength. Amara's throat tightened. I just do what I have to. No, you do more. He leaned forward. Yesterday, when those women tried to humiliate you, you didn't lash out. You were prepared to walk away with dignity intact. He saw too much. Why are you really offering me this job? Kyung-min pulled out a folder, slid it across. Amara opened it. She blinked at the salary. That couldn't be right. This is more than I make in 2 years. It's what the position is worth. You'll be my eyes in establishments I can't personally monitor. Ensure every customer receives the same service. Train staff. Report directly to me. I'm a waitress. You have 7 years customer service experience. You know what good service looks like. You know what bad service feels like. His voice was firm. Most importantly, you have integrity. That can't be taught. What's the catch? His lips quirked. Smart woman. The catch is you'll work closely with me. I expect excellence. Honesty. That's not a catch. The other catch, he said, voice dropping, is that I find you fascinating, Amara Williams, and I'm not entirely sure this is just about business anymore. Her heart stopped. Mr. Han. Kyung-min. Please. Kyung-min. I can't. I have Samuel to think about. I won't lie. I won't pretend I'm offering this purely from altruism. But the offer is genuine. Whether anything happens between us personally is entirely your choice. And if I say no, then you say no. The job doesn't come with strings. He leaned back. But I hope you won't. Amara looked at the contract, at Samuel playing happily, at the man who was either opportunity or risk, maybe both. I need to think about it. Of course, Kyung-min signaled. In the meantime, let's eat. Dinner was exquisite. Korean dishes mixed with American classics. Samuel chatted excitedly. Kyung-min listened with genuine interest, asking questions, responding with patience. And when Samuel asked, Are you my mama's boyfriend? Kyung-min's eyes met Amara's. Not yet, he said quietly. But I'd like to be someone important in both your lives, if your mother will let me. Amara's heart pounded. Okay, she heard herself say. I'll take the job. Trial period, 1 month. Deal. Kyung-min extended his hand. Amara took it. His fingers closed around hers, warm and firm, and neither let go for longer than necessary. Amara's first day at Han Enterprises began in a corner office with Central Park views. Her office, with her name on the door. Amara Williams, Director of Customer Experience. It suits you. Kyung-min leaned against the doorframe. This is too much. This is exactly right. He gestured to the mahogany desk, leather chair. You'll need space to work. I don't know what I'm doing. Then it's good you'll have help. He pressed the intercom. Sang-min, a Korean man in his 40s, entered. Sharp eyes, military bearing. This is Oh Sang-min, my chief of operations. He'll be your main contact. Miss Williams, welcome. Please call me Amara. Approval flickered across Sang-min's face. Then you must call me Sang-min. He handed her a tablet loaded with information. Start with the boutique where we met, Sang-min suggested. New management is in place. I'd like your assessment. After Sang-min left, Kyung-min lingered. How's Samuel? He slept with the robot next to his bed. Kyung-min smiled. Good. And you? Terrified, excited, confused. That's normal. He moved closer. But you're stronger than you think. You don't really know that. I know enough. His hand lifted as if to touch her face, then dropped. If you need anything, call me. The new Eclat manager was Sarah Chen, young, professional, nervous. Amara spent 3 hours watching. It was better. Sarah was polite. Staff seemed attentive, but something was missing. Warmth. On her way out, a young black woman browsed accessories. Staff hovered but didn't approach. Amara walked over. Those earrings are beautiful. The woman looked startled. Oh, yeah. I'm just looking, though. Nothing wrong with looking. But if you're interested, they're on sale this week. 30% off. Really? I didn't see a sign. Private sale. Amara pulled out a business card. If you decide you want them, mention my name. Thank you. That's really kind. After the woman left with the earrings, Amara turned to find Sarah watching. That wasn't protocol, Sarah said carefully. No, but it was right. Amara smiled. Can we talk? In the office, Amara shared observations. Your staff is technically perfect, but they're treating customers like transactions. That woman I helped, your team saw her casual clothes and decided she wasn't worth their time. Sarah's face flushed. We would never, not intentionally, but it's happening. Amara's voice was gentle. People can sense when they're being judged. Your staff needs to understand everyone deserves the same attention, service, warmth. How do I teach them that? Empathy training, role-playing, and model the behavior yourself. Sarah nodded. I understand now why Mr. Han hired you. That evening, Amara's phone buzzed. Kyung-min, how was your first day? Amara, productive. I have recommendations. Kyung-min, excellent. Are you free for dinner tomorrow? She should say no. Amara, tomorrow works. Kyung-min, good. I'll pick you up at 7. Wear something comfortable, somewhere special. Mama? Samuel looked up from homework. You're smiling at your phone. Is that Mr. Han? Maybe. I like him. He's cool. Samuel returned to homework, then added, You should marry him. Amara nearly choked. Samuel. What? He's nice, he's rich, and he makes you smile. Samuel looked at her with eyes too old for 7. You don't smile a lot, Mama. But you smiled the whole time at dinner with him. It's complicated, baby. Why? Because he's my boss now. We barely know each other. But you like him. Not a question. Yeah, baby. I like him. Then that's all that matters. If only it were that simple. The next evening, Kyung-min picked her up in dark jeans and black button-down. You're beautiful, he said simply. The car took them to a private marina. A boat? I thought we could have dinner on the water, away from crowds, somewhere we can actually talk. The yacht was elegant. The main deck had a dining table for 2, candles flickering. As the boat pulled away, Amara stood at the railing, watching city lights reflect on water. Kyung-min joined her. Thank you for coming. Thank you for inviting me. This is incredible. It's peaceful. Sometimes I come here when the world gets too loud. Is your world loud often? More than I'd like. He was quiet. Amara, there are things about my life you should know. Before this goes further. Okay. My businesses aren't all conventional. I know. He looked at her sharply. You know? I'm not naive. Men don't acquire your kind of power through retail alone, especially not in New York. And that doesn't bother you? I didn't say that. But I'm also not going to pretend I don't understand how the world works. For people who look like us. People who look like us? Minorities. Immigrants. People the system wasn't built for. She held his gaze. How you do what you have to do to survive, to protect what's yours, I get it. Something in his expression shifted. You're remarkable. I'm practical. No, you're remarkable. He reached out, hand cupping her face. Most people would be afraid, or judgmental, or trying to use it for leverage. I'm a little afraid, but not of you, of this, of how fast it's happening, of what it means for Samuel. I would never let anything happen to him, or to you. You can't promise that. Yes, I can. His thumb traced her cheekbone. I have resources, power, I can protect what's mine. I'm not yours. Not yet. His voice dropped. But you could be, if you wanted. Her breath caught. I want to know you, she whispered. The real you. That could be dangerous. I'm tired of playing it safe. Amara, kiss me. She'd never been that bold, but something about him made her brave. His lips met hers with gentleness that surprised her. The kiss was slow, exploratory. Then it deepened. His hand slid into her hair. Her hands found his chest. This was dangerous, reckless. This was exactly what she needed. When they broke apart, both breathing hard, Kyung-min rested his forehead against hers. You have no idea what you do to me. I think I'm starting to figure it out. He laughed, real, unguarded. Come, let's eat before I forget I'm supposed to be a gentleman. Dinner was intense conversation. They talked about everything. His childhood in Korea, her struggles, dreams, fears. And between words there were touches. By dessert the tension was electric. I should take you home, Kyung-min said, voice suggesting otherwise. You should. Neither moved. Amara, if we continue... I know it's complicated. You're my boss. We barely know each other. I have Samuel. There are 1,000 reasons this is bad. And yet I haven't felt this alive in years. Maybe ever. Kyung-min stood, pulling her up. His arms wrapped around her. I'm going to court you properly. Take you on dates, meet Samuel's teachers, be present. I want you to know this is real. You're extraordinary, Amara Williams, and I'm going to prove I'm worth the risk. Her phone buzzed. Tiffany, emergency. Samuel had a nightmare. He's asking for you. I have to go. I'll take you now. The ride back was quick, his hand holding hers. At her building, he walked her to the door. Thank you for tonight. It was perfect. It was a beginning. He kissed her forehead. Go take care of your son. Text me when he's settled. Upstairs, Samuel was curled on Tiffany's couch, face tear-stained. Mama. I'm here, baby. What happened? Bad dream. About the man. Amara's blood ran cold. What man? The mean man. The one who watches us sometimes. Tiffany met Amara's eyes, alarmed. Samuel, what do you mean someone watches us? I see him sometimes. Outside school. Outside our building. He has scary eyes. This wasn't imagination. Can you describe him, baby? He's big. Has a long scar here. Samuel traced his cheek. And he drives a black car. Amara's phone buzzed. Unknown number. Unknown. Pretty family you have. Be a shame if something happened to them. A photo of her and Samuel leaving their building that morning. Amara's hands shook. Oh my God, Tiffany breathed. Call the police. But Amara was already dialing. Kyung-min answered on the first ring. Amara, what's wrong? Someone's watching us, threatening us. Samuel says he's seen a man. I'm 10 minutes away. Don't leave the apartment. Lock the doors. I'm sending Sang-min now. Kyung-min, you're mine to protect now, Amara. No one touches what's mine. The line went dead, and Amara realized getting involved with Han Kyung-min meant stepping into a world more dangerous than she'd imagined. But as she held Samuel close, she wouldn't face it alone. Sang-min arrived in 8 minutes. He swept through Amara's apartment with military efficiency. 2 other men accompanied him, both Korean, both carrying controlled danger. The building's not secure, Sang-min said bluntly. No doorman, fire escape accessible, multiple entry points. I can't afford anything better. You can now. Kyungmin's voice came from the doorway. He'd arrived so quickly. His eyes scanned the apartment before settling on her and Samuel. Are you hurt? No, just scared. Kyungmin crossed to them. His hand cupped Samuel's face gently. Hey, brave guy. You okay? Samuel nodded, but his lip trembled. The mean man was in my dream. He hurt Mama. No one is going to hurt your Mama, I promise. Kyungmin's voice held absolute certainty. I'm going to make sure you're both safe. Okay? Okay. You can call me Kyungmin if you want. We're friends now, right? Right. Samuel managed a small smile. Kyungmin looked at Amara. Pack bags for both of you. Clothes for a week. Wait, what? We're not... You are. Tonight. His tone left no room for argument. Someone knows where you live, knows Samuel's schedule, sent you a threat. You're not staying here. I can't just uproot us. Yes, you can, and you will. His expression softened. I have a secure building with 24-hour guards, penthouse level, separate bedroom for Samuel. You'll both be safe while Sangmin finds out who sent that message. We can't just move in with you. Why not? Because it's too fast, too much. Mama, Samuel's small voice interrupted. I'm scared to stay here. Amara's heart broke. Her pride, independence. None of it mattered when her son was afraid. Okay, she whispered. We'll go. Kyungmin's penthouse occupied the entire top floor of a Tribeca building. Floor-to-ceiling windows offered city views. Modern furniture created sophisticated comfort. This is where you live, Samuel breathed, eyes huge. This is where we all live now, Kyungmin corrected gently. Come on, let me show you your room. Samuel's room was a child's dream. Spacious, massive bed, built-in bookshelves, desk, window seat. But it was the wall of toys that made Samuel gasp. These are all for me? If you want them. Or we can donate them and fill the space with things you actually like. Kyungmin crouched to Samuel's level. This is your space. You decide how it looks. Can I keep the robots? Absolutely. While Samuel explored, Kyungmin led Amara to the master suite. Stunning, king-sized bed, sitting area, bathroom bigger than her old bedroom. You'll stay here, I'll take a guest room. This is your room, and I'm giving it to you. He set her bag down. You need rest, safety. This building has security even I trust. Amara sank onto the bed, events crashing over her. This is insane. A week ago I was serving coffee. Now I'm living in a penthouse because someone is threatening my son. Kyungmin sat beside her, maintaining distance. I know this is overwhelming. I know you value independence, but whoever sent that message knows things they shouldn't. Until we find out who and why, I need you here. Where I can protect you. Why? Why do you care so much? We barely know each other. He was quiet for a long moment. When I was 8, men came for my father. Business rivals. His voice was flat. They didn't just kill him. They made my mother and me watch. Amara's breath caught. I couldn't protect her then. Couldn't protect myself. I was powerless. He turned to look at her, eyes holding ghosts. I swore I would never be powerless again, that I would never let anyone I cared about be vulnerable. Kyungmin, you and Samuel matter to me, more than they should after such short time, but I can't change how I feel, and I can't stand by and let someone threaten you. Amara reached out, taking his hand. I'm sorry. About your father. About what you witnessed. It made me who I am. Hard. Controlled. Dangerous. He squeezed her hand. But with you I want to be different. Better. You're already better than you think. He lifted her hand to his lips, pressing a kiss to her knuckles. Get some rest. Sangmin will brief us in the morning. Morning brought the smell of coffee and bacon. Amara emerged to find Kyungmin in the kitchen, cooking breakfast while Samuel sat at the counter, chattering about robots. Kyungmin is making pancakes, real pancakes. I see that. Amara caught Kyungmin's eye. He was barefoot, wearing jeans and t-shirt, hair slightly mussed. He looked domestic, devastating. Coffee? He offered. Please. He poured her a cup, perfect, and slid it across. Their fingers brushed. Electric. Sangmin arrived as they finished breakfast. He spread photos across the dining table. The man who sent the message is Viktor Kozlov, Russian, works for Luka Petrov's organization. Kyungmin's expression went hard. Petrov. Yes. It appears to be an escalation of the territory dispute. What territory dispute? Amara asked. Sang-min glanced at Kyung-min, who nodded. Luka Petrov runs Russian operations in Manhattan. We've had an understanding for years. He controls certain territories, we control others. Recently he's been pushing into our areas, testing boundaries. And I'm what? Leverage. You're a vulnerability he thinks he can exploit, Kyung-min said quietly. He saw us together, did research, found out about Samuel. So my son is in danger because I went on a date with you. Your son is in danger because Petrov is ambitious and stupid. Kyung-min's voice was ice. But I'm going to handle it. How? That's not something you need to worry about. The hell it isn't. Amara stood. Someone threatened my child. I have every right to know how you're planning to handle it. Kyung-min studied her, then nodded. Sang-min, take Samuel to his room. After they left, Kyung-min turned to Amara. Petrov operates through fear and intimidation. He saw you as a weak point, someone he could threaten to make me back down. Are you going to back down? No. I'm going to make it clear that touching you or Samuel means war, and that war will cost him everything. That sounds like violence. I'm planning whatever is necessary to keep you safe. Kyung-min, Amara, listen. He stood, closing the distance. This is my world. It's not pretty, not civilized, but it's reality. Men like Petrov only understand strength. If I show weakness now, it doesn't end with a threatening text. It ends with Samuel disappearing on his way home. It ends with you being used as a bargaining chip. The blunt words sent ice through her. So what do I do? Just sit here and let you handle everything? You're the furthest thing from helpless. His hands cupped her face. But you're also not trained for this. You don't have the resources or connections or... Violence? Yes, violence. He didn't look away. I've done things. Things I'm not proud of. Things that were necessary. And I'll do them again if it means keeping you and Samuel safe. She should be horrified. Instead, she leaned into his touch. I hate this. I hate that dating you puts Samuel at risk. I know. And if you want to walk away, I'll understand. I'll still protect you. Still make sure Petrov knows you're off limits. But I won't force you to be part of my life if it's too much. The offer was genuine. She could leave, go back to her simple, struggling, independent life, or she could stay. Take the risk. Trust this dangerous, complicated man. I don't want to walk away, she whispered. Something fierce blazed in his eyes. You're sure? No, but I'm staying anyway. He kissed her then, hard and possessive and desperate. When they broke apart, both breathing raggedly, he rested his forehead against hers. I won't let anything happen to him, or to you, I swear it. I believe you. And despite everything, despite the danger, uncertainty, insanity, she did. The next few days established new normal. Amara continued work with driver and discreet security. Samuel adjusted to his new school, private, expensive, with actual protocols. Kyung-min worked from home more, his presence constant reassurance. And evenings, after Samuel went to bed, Amara and Kyung-min would sit on the terrace, talking for hours. She learned about his childhood in Korea, his mother's strength, his rise, the choices he'd made, lines he'd crossed. He learned about her dreams deferred, her struggles, her fears. You're more than enough, he said one night, his arm around her. He's brilliant because of you, kind because of you, strong because you showed him how. He asked me today if you were going to be his dad. Kyung-min went still. What did you tell him? That I didn't know, that it was complicated. What do you want me to tell him? What do you want to tell him? I want to tell him yes. Kyung-min's voice was raw. I want to be part of his life, part of your life, permanently. We've known each other 2 weeks. I know, it's too fast, too soon. I love you. The words came out before she could stop them. Kyung-min stared at her. I know it's crazy, Amara continued. I know we barely know each other. I know all the reasons this is stupid, but I love you. I love the way you are with Samuel. I love the way you see me, really see me. I love the way you make me feel safe and challenged and alive. Amara, and I know you might not feel the same. He kissed her, thoroughly, until she forgot what she was saying. I love you too, he said against her lips. So much it terrifies me. Yeah? Yeah. He pulled back, eyes soft. I've never felt this way about anyone. Never wanted to protect someone, cherish someone. build a life with someone. Until you. What do we do now? Now, he smiled. Now we tell Samuel he's about to have a dad who spoils him rotten and a mother who keeps us both in line. Amara laughed, the sound bright and free. For the first time in years, she let herself believe in happiness. The call came at 2 a.m. Kyungmin's phone buzzed. When? How many? A pause. I'm on my way. He was out of bed, dressing quickly. What's wrong? Petrov made his move. Hit one of our warehouses. Sang-min needs me. Is it safe? Stay here. Security stays with you and Samuel. Don't open the door for anyone except Sang-min or me. He kissed her hard, then was gone. Amara lay in the dark, fear clawing at her. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. Unknown. Pretty boyfriend you have. Shame if something happened to him. A photo. Kyung-min entering the warehouse. Crosshairs superimposed over his chest. Amara's scream woke Samuel. She called Kyung-min. No answer. Called again. No answer. Then she called Sang-min. Ms. Williams, someone sent me a photo of Kyung-min with a target on him. You need to get him out now. We're already responding. Gunfire erupted in the background. The line went dead. Amara's world narrowed. He can't die. I just found him. She was calling the police when the penthouse door burst open. But it wasn't Kyung-min. It was Viktor Kozlov, the man with the scar. And he had a gun. Make a sound, and the boy dies first. Victor's voice was heavily accented. Smile cold. 2 other men flanked him, equally armed. What do you want? Leverage. He gestured with the gun. You're coming with me. Insurance to make sure your boyfriend knows his place. I'm not going anywhere. Then I kill the boy. Then you. Then I send footage to Mr. Han as he bleeds out. Victor shrugged. Your choice. No choice at all. Let me check on my son. Amara walked to Samuel's room on shaking legs. Her son was awake, terrified, clutching his robot. Mama, who are those men? Bad men, baby, but I'm going to handle it. She kissed his forehead, whispering. Under the bed. Hide. Stay quiet no matter what. Kyung-min will come, I promise. Mama, I'm scared. I know. Be brave for me. Samuel nodded, sliding under the bed. Amara stood, schooling her features before walking back. Let's go. They took her to a warehouse in Red Hook. Not where Kyung-min was. Victor was too smart. This was neutral territory. The interior was cavernous, lit by harsh fluorescence. Victor shoved her into a chair, zip-tying her wrists. Now we wait. He'll kill you for this. Maybe, but first he'll negotiate. Give up territory. Give up power. All to save his pretty girlfriend. Victor leaned close. Wonder if you're worth it. The slap came before she could stop herself. Pain exploded across her face. You have fire. I see why he likes you. Victor grabbed her chin. Petrov said to break you, make you scream. Send your boyfriend a video that breaks him. Go to hell. Eventually, but tonight, he pulled out a knife. Tonight we have some fun. Fear turned to cold fury. She'd survived worse. Survived poverty, judgment, abandonment. She'd raised a son alone, built a life from nothing. She wasn't going to break. Do your worst, she said quietly. I won't give you the satisfaction. Victor smiled. We'll see. The first cut was shallow, across her forearm, just deep enough to bleed. Amara didn't scream. The second cut, deeper. She bit her lip but stayed silent. Stubborn bitch, Petrov wants a video. He raised the knife again. The warehouse doors exploded inward. Kyung-min stood in the entrance, backlit by headlights, covered in blood. He looked like death incarnate. You touched what's mine, he said, voice arctic. There are consequences for that. Victor grabbed Amara, knife to her throat. One step closer, and I open her up. You do that. You die slowly, painfully. I'll make it last days. Kyung-min took a step forward. Let her go, you die quickly, your choice. You think I'm afraid of you? You should be. What happened next was almost too fast to follow. A shot from somewhere in the rafters. Victor's hand jerked, the knife clattering. Sang-min emerged from shadows, rifle in hands. Kyung-min moved. One moment he was 10 feet away. The next, Victor was on the ground, Kyung-min's hands around his throat. You cut her. You made her bleed. You terrified her. Kyung-min, stop. Amara's voice cracked. You'll kill him. That's the idea. Please, not in front of me. I've seen enough violence. Something in her words reached him. Kyungmin's hands released, but only so he could lift the man bodily and throw him to Sang-min. Get him out of my sight before I forget I'm trying to be civilized. Sang-min dragged Victor away. Then Kyungmin was kneeling, cutting her zip ties with hands that shook. Did he... Are you... I'm okay. Just cuts, nothing serious. Nothing serious. Kyungmin's voice broke. He hurt you, he terrified you, he failed. Amara cupped his face. I'm here, I'm alive. You came for me. Always. I'll always come for you. He pulled her into his arms. God, Amara. When Sang-min told me you'd been taken, I know I felt the same when I heard the gunshots. He pulled back, scanning her face, cataloguing injuries. We need to get you to a hospital. I need to get to Samuel. Safe. Your friend Tiffany is with him. I called her the second I got your text. Relief nearly buckled her knees. What happened at the warehouse? Petrov's men underestimated us. We lost 2 of ours, but they lost 15, including Petrov himself. You killed him? Yes. No hesitation, no regret. He threatened you. That's unforgivable. Amara should be horrified. Instead, she leaned into him. Take me home. Take me to our son. Our son. Kyungmin's eyes widened. Then he smiled, genuinely, brilliantly. Home. Our son. I like the sound of that. The doctor stitched Amara's cuts and declared her otherwise unharmed. The trauma would take longer, but when they returned to the penthouse, when Samuel threw himself into her arms crying, when Kyungmin held them both, Amara knew they would heal together. 2 weeks later, the family court judge looked over the paperwork. Mr. Han, you understand adoption is permanent? That you're taking on all legal responsibilities? I understand completely, Your Honor. Kyungmin's hand found Samuel's. And I'm ready. And Samuel? You want Mr. Han to be your father? Samuel looked at Kyungmin with absolute trust. Yes, Mom, he's already my dad. This just makes it official. The judge smiled. Then I see no reason to delay. Mr. Han, you are hereby granted full parental rights for Samuel Davis Williams. Congratulations. The gavel came down. Samuel launched himself at Kyungmin, who caught him easily, both grinning. Amara watched with tears streaming. Her family, finally complete. That evening, Kyungmin cooked dinner while Samuel did homework at the counter. Amara watched from the living room, her heart so full it ached. Mama, come see what Dad showed me. He taught me to cook bulgogi. Dad. He'd been saying it constantly, like he couldn't quite believe it was real. After dinner, after Samuel was in bed, Amara and Kyungmin stood on the terrace watching city lights. I have something for you, Kyungmin said. He pulled out a small velvet box. Amara's heart stopped. It's too soon. We've only known each other 2 months. It's been the most important 2 months of my life. He opened the box, revealing a stunning diamond ring. I'm not asking you to marry me tomorrow. I'm asking you to promise me forever, in whatever timeline works for you. Just promise me forever. Amara looked at the ring, at this man who'd changed everything, who'd protected her son, challenged her mind, seen her worth when no one else had. Yes, she breathed. Yes to forever. He slid the ring on her finger, and it fit perfectly, like they fit perfectly. I love you, Amara Williams. I love you, Han Kyungmin. The kiss was soft, sweet, full of promise. Behind them, unnoticed, Samuel peeked out from his room, grinning. His family, complete and whole and safe. Everything was going to be okay. The years passed like a beautiful dream. Samuel, now 15 and taller than his mother, stood in the penthouse, teaching his little sister, Mina, how to program her robot. The 5-year-old watched with serious eyes. Like this, see? Samuel demonstrated patiently. Amara watched from the kitchen, where she helped Kyungmin prepare for Samuel's birthday dinner. He's good with her, Kyungmin observed. He learned from the best. Amara wrapped her arms around his waist. You were patient with him, now he's patient with her. I had good motivation. He turned, kissing her softly. Happy birthday to our son. Can you believe he's 15? Feels like yesterday he was 7, clutching that titanium defender. And now he's programming his own robots, getting straight A's, already thinking about MIT. Kyungmin shook his head. We did good. We did great. The doorbell rang. Tiffany arriving. Then Mr. Reynolds, now in his 80s. Mrs. Grant, retired but never missing a celebration. Sangmin, who'd become Uncle Sangmin. The family they'd built, by blood and by choice. As Amara watched Kyung Min lift Mina onto his shoulders while Samuel showed off his latest project, she thought back to that day in Eclat Boutique, the day everything changed. She'd entered that store as a struggling single mother with nothing but dignity and determination. She'd left as something more, someone seen, someone valued, and now, years later, she stood in a home filled with love, watching her husband teach their children surrounded by family. "Mama," Mina called. "Come see, Samuel made the robot dance." "Coming, baby." Kyung Min caught her hand, pulling her close for a quick kiss. "Thank you," he whispered. "For what?" "For taking a chance on a dangerous man, for trusting me with your son, for building this life with me. Thank you for seeing me when I was invisible to everyone else. You were never invisible. You were just waiting for someone worth revealing yourself to." As the party continued, as laughter filled their home, Amara reflected on the journey, from the Bronx to Tribeca, from struggle to security, from alone to beloved, all because she dared to walk through a door where she didn't belong, and found a man who made her realize she belonged everywhere. The end.